Do you know how many?
No, shut up.
No.
Can you shut your mouth for a minute?
No.
Because I actually work in the ghetto. I see the people.
Do you know why they're in that
I
position?
see these people.
Do you understand the systematic and historical reason for why they're in that position?
They don't care. All they want to do is be ghetto.
No.
Yes, there's some that don't, and there's good people.
No.
Most of them just want to suck off the system or do something bad like drugs or gangs. And that's all they
They have been oppressed. They have not been given the same opportunities you have had. No, they don't, Dad. And you not recognizing that as an issue is the reason why it's still continuing today.
I see them all over. There's all kinds of successful people that are of color. It doesn't matter what color, brown, white.
But it's a lot harder for them to get to that position.
It doesn't matter. When they do, they're fine. But there's always filthy animals.
You're calling people of color black animals. You're calling them animals. Are you kidding me? That's not okay. No matter what, that's not okay. No matter what, it's not okay. Racism is not okay. Why do you think that racism is okay?
Oh, that's mine.
Really, I'm gonna look at. No, I'm looking at statistics right now.
Your statistics they can be warped. Statistics can be warped. You want me to show you videos? Do you want me to show you videos of cops? I will do it. Because they can be warped. I'm not giving statistics right now. They can be warped. Personal experiences can't.
No, because this is actually putting it into play.
Do I need to show you a bunch of videos of cops attacking protesters? Peaceful protesters. You mean I'm informed and educated? Yes, I am. Mom, I was watching political stuff and you said to turn that off because you don't want to hear about it. That means that I am educated on it and you are not.
I'm sick of hearing it.
The fact that you can have that ignorance for the majority is bliss. Ignorance for the minority is destruction.
That are wrong. This is just pure wrong information out there.
Just give me the statistic.
In 2017, 457 white people were shot to death by the police in the United States.
Okay.
223 were black.
76% of the population is white. 13% is black. If they were being killed at the exact same rate by police officers, the rate of black people being killed would be 8.9. But it's not. It's 24%. The rate of white people being killed should be about where it is. So they're being killed at a higher rate. There's more white people, meaning that the amount of people killed by cops who are white would be higher.
The reaction of the person. I'm not saying
Because they're
I'm
tired.
not saying it's
They're
right.
tired of being treated
I'm
that
not
way.
saying it's right.
Good.
But if they started teaching them that this is the world that we live in, you don't want to be killed. Why do you think your friend's father taught him that?
Because so that his black son doesn't end up dead like Tamir Rice.
Because he doesn't want him to grow up with the chip on his shoulder that
He doesn't
no
want his
police
black son to end up dead.
Exactly.
That's not okay. Why do you think that's okay?
Because
why is it something that you're okay with? Why is that a reality that you're okay with?
I'm okay with it.
But you are.
No, I'm not.
So stand against it. So stand against it. If you're not okay with it, so stand against it.
Stand against it? When the black people in the ghetto stop carrying an illegal weapon. When the black people in the ghetto stop murdering each other.
I'll start caring about cops when they stop killing black people.
I'll start caring about black people when they stop killing cops.
Here is some other crazy shit that my racist dad said when I was growing up. 100%, he told me, I think in high school, if I ever brought a black man home as a potential romantic partner, that he would be disappointed. He didn't say, like, don't do that, but he was like, that would be really disappointing to me. When Obama won the presidency, I was literally in middle school. I was like 12 or 13. And I used to hate being in the car with my dad because we were trapped, right? Like, we were just trapped and we couldn't get away. And like, he would really utilize his time in the car with us to like lecture and like spew this hate. And I remember he was always so pissed that Barack Obama's middle name is Hussein. And I remember him being like, Ali, his middle name is Hussein. And I was like, okay, like, I don't know what that, like, he was always expecting us to be as, like, outraged as him, but, like, we genuinely, like, didn't understand. I remember one time, my neighbor was a black girl. Her name was Felicia. She was hella sweet. She would come over and be like, hey, can Allie come out to play, da-da-da-da-da. And I remember one time she had a sty in her eye. And, like, my dad saw it and was like, you shouldn't go in her house. Like, she's dirty. Like, she has, do you see that she has that? Like, don't touch any of her stuff, and, like, you shouldn't go in the house. Trigger warning. This is where it gets kind of, like, really bad. Like, really bad. My dad didn't think he was racist, right? Because he had, like, a black friend. And he used to say to me and my brother, there is a difference between black people and hard R. There is a difference between black people and black people. Dress nicely, speak white, basically. Hey, stop. Have good jobs, are educated. Those are black people. I'm fine with black people. These are thugs and ghetto and would rob you and would you and that whole like super predator bullshit. Like, these people are they're on drugs, they're dirty. Like, that's the difference. We can be friends with black people, but like, basically they're not even people. Like, there was a very clear distinction in his mind, and he wasn't racist because he was friends with black people. He used to ask me from a very young age if I was a Democrat or Republican. The correct answer is Republican. And he would ask me that all the time growing up. Like, when I was like 10, 11, he'd be like, you're a Republican, right, Allie? And I'd be like, yeah, I don't know what that means. Like, but it was this super early indoctrination. And then specifically, I remember, this was when I was in high school, at the Thanksgiving dinner table, he called people in the Middle East sand N-word. And like, I was like, Dad, that is so messed up. Like, what are you saying right now? Like, that, do not say that. Like, what is wrong with you? And he was like, what? They are. And it was just like, it was bad. It was really bad.
I was raised by racists, and I want to talk about how deep the racism is behind closed doors. It was so bad that I would literally get physically punished for listening to music by people of color. I was told that I needed to keep the bloodline pure, and if I was caught dating a person of color, that they would immediately disown me. I remember being as young as 4 years old and being asked why I wasn't friends with the white kids in my school and being told that those are the people that I need to befriend. Thankfully, I went no contact and I don't have to deal with their hateful beliefs anymore, but I want you to know that change is possible and you don't have to believe everything that you were taught growing up.
First of all, I just want to say, shout out to this woman. It takes a lot of courage for, a white woman to come online, speak out on their racist family, what they went through, what things they were saying, stuff like that. Because a lot of white people aren't like that. A lot of white people just rather don't care. They just rather just ignore it. They just, just refuse to not speak on this because they rather scared or they just really don't care. We need more white people like her. But y'all be calling us black people, we have victims mentality. But you got a white woman coming online saying she would get in trouble for listening to black people, music and dating a black person. She would get disowned for that. You know how racist you have to be to do that? The reason why some of you white people tell us why we have victim mentality is because you don't like when you're a group of people being exposed on racism. We're going to continue to talk about it. We're never going to stop. A lot of white people teach their children racism. I have a bunch of white people telling me the same thing in person.
My white mom told me that she used to literally pray and hope that the whole entire time she was pregnant with me, that I would not come out with an afro, because if I was born with an afro, she wouldn't know what the fuck to do with my hair. She don't know how to do black people hair. And I will say, she 100% got what she wanted, because I definitely don't have an afro. Definitely don't have an afro. And whenever she would get extremely mad at me, she would tell me that I'm ugly, just like my father. I know that she doesn't think I'm ugly. I just don't like how every time I remind her of a black man is when I become ugly. So all I'm saying is that her mom don't say nothing like that to any of her kids. My uncle don't say nothing like that to any of his kids. And her sister ain't never said nothing like that to any of her kids. Saying, and mind you, both my mom's siblings, like, their relationships didn't work out with their, like, child's father. Well, and the child's mother. They were both married and had kids with white people. My mom's the only one that had a black child. And they never be telling them they ugly like they white parent. Why am I the only one that gets called ugly?
People are surprised to find out all of the crazy, non-hygienic things that white people do. And I've been holding on to this for a while, but I just have to share. I grew up in a household where I would be bullied and laughed at if I took longer than 5-minute showers. My dad also constantly had dookie in his underwear. So bad, by the time I was 10, I went to my mom and said, I don't want to do anyone else's laundry. So she said, okay, you can do your own laundry then. My parents also didn't teach me how to bathe myself. I learned how to bathe myself from my friends. Like, as a little kid, I don't know if this was normal, but I would have sleepovers with my friends and we would bathe together. And that is literally how I learned how to bathe properly. Not from my parents, but from other friends. I also was not taught how to use sanitary products when I started my period, and my mom just told me to figure it out myself. And again, it was through my friends that I figured out how to properly use pads and tampons. I was using tampons wrong for like a year because my mom just would make fun of me if I needed help with anything. Or she'd be like, oh, you're having issues? I actually have worse issues than you. Anytime I had health issues and my mom wasn't around, my dad would just take me to the ER, which resulted in really dumb visits. Like, one time I got diagnosed with scabies at the ER. It turns out I actually just had a rash, a chlorine rash on my neck from a hot tub I had been in because I'm allergic to chlorine. But like, man can't clean his butt and also just like panics anytime I would have a little cough or a little rash. Don't know why I got diagnosed with scabies when I didn't have it, but white people are gross. I guess it wouldn't have been surprising if I had it. I did not even know how often you were supposed to change your sheets and your pillows, or how you're supposed to wash jackets, because I was taught, like, well, it's an outer layer, so you don't need to wash it. Not to mention how my parents literally wouldn't even buy me underwear. So at 16 years old, I remember I was still wearing underwear that I got when I was 10. That that's like a whole other version of abuse, but I think that cleanliness goes along with that. Why are you not paying attention? Well, actually, my mom knew, she just didn't care. Why don't you care that your kid doesn't have underwear that fits them, that doesn't have holes in them, that doesn't embarrass them in the locker room? I think I'll end this here, but yeah, that's just a little story time of how I grew up and how fucking nasty white people are. And yeah, fucking gross.
It takes real courage to stand up for what's right, especially when it's your own family. Watching these people speak out against their parents' racist beliefs shows that the next generation doesn't have to repeat the mistake of the last. Respect isn't about the color of someone's skin, it's about how we treat each other. Hopefully, stories like this remind us that kindness and understanding can break the cycle of hate. What do you think? Please drop your comments in the comment section. And also don't forget to like, share and subscribe for the channel. Thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you in the next video.